Good morning and welcome everyone. I'm very excited to let you know that Toula and the girls will be arriving shortly. Can you please move forward and take your seats? I take this moment to remind you to turn your phones to silent or off. Jim and Toula welcome you to take photos and videos during the ceremony. However, please be mindful of the photographer and videographer that they have here today and keep your phones and cameras out of their way. I've been asked to let you know that Toula's daughter has set up a phone sharing app for you to drop your photos and videos to. Details of the app are included in the order of service, which I hope everyone has a copy of. The after ceremony photos will be taken here in the gardens and the reception will be held at the terrace. Jim and Toula have arranged for drinks on the veranda of the venue, and you're all welcome to wait there until the reception kicks off. I invite you all now to be standing for the arrival of our beautiful bride. That's all right, you're fine. Okay, everyone, please be seated. Welcome our family and friends to the wedding of Dimitri Petropoulos and Toula Christakos, or as we better know them, Jim and Toula. My name is Alison Taylor and I've been asked to officiate at today's ceremony. Jim and Toula have asked me to thank you all for being here today, especially Toula's family who have travelled from Greece. Toula's father wasn't able to travel here today, but he is in our thoughts, as well as the other loved ones who are no longer with us. We know they would support and delight in today's union. Who brings Toula to be married today? Thank you, Darius. Today's love story started some 40 years ago with two high school sweethearts in a faraway Greece. Unfortunately, they were separated when Dimitri's family migrated to Australia, and in a time when communication was a little more difficult, they lost contact. Both went on to marry and have families. Fate led them to both be on their own again and to eventually cross paths thanks to the magic of modern communication. As fate would have it, Jim was in contact with family back in Greece through Facebook. Jim fondly remembered his first love and was able to reconnect with Toula through his cousin Tina, who is here today. She also fondly remembered that young man from her high school days. And they began a second courtship. They will always thank modern technology for allowing them to reconnect. They both knew something special was growing between them, and when Jim made the trip back to Greece 18 months ago, they knew fate had brought them back to where their love had left off all those years ago. So, with 4 children and 8 grandchildren between them, all of whom are here today, they stand in front of their family and friends and make the commitment of marriage and to share their lives together from this day forward. It is a special day when two families unite as one, and Jim and Toula feel doubly blessed to have not only found each other again, but to have the approval and love of you all. Jim's sister Martha is now going to read an excerpt from Captain Corelli's Mandolin by Louis de Bernier. Jim's Kumbaro, John, will now observe the tradition of the blessing of the rings. Done? Blessing, 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 blessing. Okay. Well, that's good. This is where... Okay. Now, before I ask you to exchange your vows to formalise your union, before I ask you to exchange your vows to formalise your union, I must state the following. I am duly authorised by law to solemnise marriages according to law. Before you are joined in marriage in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship into which you are now about to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is the union of two people to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life.
Before I ask you to exchange your vows to formalise your union, I must state the following. I am duly authorised by law to solemnise marriages according to law. Before you are joined in marriage in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship in which you are now about to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is the union of two people in the exclusion of all others voluntarily entered into for life.
I actually think we're getting married here.
Do you, Jim, take Toula to be your lawful wedded wife? Do you promise to love and cherish her through life's joys and sorrows, sickness and health, and whatever challenges you may face from this day forward? Do you, Toula, take Jim to be your lawfully wedded husband? Do you promise to love and cherish him through life's joys and sorrows, sickness and health, and whatever challenges you may face from this day forward?
Do you, Toula, take Jim to be your lawfully wedded husband? Do you promise to love and cherish him through life's joys and sorrows, sickness and health, and whatever challenges you may face from this day forward?
I do.
I do.
It is one of life's wonderful surprises that the fateful meeting of two individuals brings them together again and leads them to proceed along a common path. I invite you both now to make your vows to each other. Okay, Jim, we'll go with you first.
I call upon the persons here present to witness that I, James Stephen Peters, take thee, Toula Christakos, to be my lawful wedded wife. I, Jim Peters, take you, Toula, to be my wedded wife, to have and to hold from this day forward for better, for worse, for richer and poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish until we are parted by death. This is my solemn vow.
You also have to repeat that. Toula.
I call upon the persons here present to witness that I, James Stephen Peters, take for Toula Christakos to be my lawfully wedded wife. I, Jim Peters, take you, Toula Christakos, to be my wedded wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer and poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish until we are parted by death. This is my solemn vow.
I call upon the persons here present to witness that I, Toula Christakos, take thee, James Stephen Peters, to be my lawful wedded husband. I, Toula Christakos, take you, Jim Peters, to be my wedded husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish until we are parted by death. This is my solemn vow.
I call upon the persons here present to witness that I, Toula Christakos, take thee, James Stephen Peters, to be my lawful wedded husband. I, Toula Christakos, take you, Jim Peters, to be my wedded husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and health, to love and to cherish until we are parted by death. This is my solemn vow.
Jim and Toula, you've already exchanged your rings. The promises you have made to each other today are inscribed forever in your minds and in your hearts. Words are fleeting, however, so those who marry wear rings as visible and tangible symbols of of their commitment and emotional connection to each other. Jim and Toula have asked Jim's brother Arthur to read Love is a Friendship Caught Fire by Laura Hendricks. Jim, Toula would now like to read the following reading, A Love That's Meant to Be, by Ju Digi for you. Read. I am now pleased to declare you to be husband and wife. Jim, you may kiss your bride. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a moment now to sign the register and certificates. Please remain here and we will quickly return to conclude the ceremony. Now, Carolyn, can you come forward too?
Yes,
Guys, I will get you.
That's all. That's how I was told I'd take off.
Yes, all right. Okay, we'll start with Jim. If you can sign, there's your Toula. I'll get you to sign over here. And John, if you will come forward and sign underneath Jim's signature there. Yep. And Nikki, I'll get you to sign here. Thank you. Right, that one's done. Now, we'll do these two together, that'll be a bit quicker. Okay, Jim, if you can sign there and on the other page as well. And Toula, if you can now come forward and just sign there and there, please. Okay, John, your signature again, please. Just there, thank you, and there. Nikki, you're bringing up the rear. There, and there. Okay. So we'll have to take our places again. Thank you for your patience. Jim and Toula would like to thank John and Nikita, their children and grandchildren, for being part of the ceremony. Toula would like to thank Jim's sister Nikki for helping her during the ceremony. Please do not go far. Once the formalities have concluded, as there will be group photos. Now, please join me in congratulating Jim and Toula on their marriage and wish them all the happiness in the world as they begin this new chapter. It is my great pleasure to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Peters. Thank